You've been in a corset for 3 months. The last thing you need to do.
That's one.
I got rib remodeling back in September 2024. I went through the whole recovery with no results. That's a different issue. We'll get onto that. Most people think rib remodeling means you will never have a strong athletic core again, but that's a total misconception. I spent months slowly perfecting a recovery protocol and trained myself to be superhero strong within 3 months, as the procedure was so new, as I was one of the first patients to get this done with Dr. Erickson. But as a certified personal trainer and nutritionist for 20 years, later opening a protein restaurant, competing in fitness, becoming a Wonder Woman Amazon, I knew what it takes to train safely for physical performance with a steady increase in intensity, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did.
Mongal.
We're starting with ground zero. First day, back to strong, back at the gym. Day one, you're going to introduce light weight to test the lateral stability of the ribs. Starting from the top, because your waist is smaller, you want to make sure that your lats and your back is coming in with a nice tight V. For example, a lat pull down. Bracing yourself, getting in position and staying there hard in the core, where you can hold your core static and strong, and using your lat muscles to actually pull the bar down. No swinging and no momentum. What you wouldn't do, for example, the bent over row, you see when I lift up the dumbbell, the rotation in my trunk is twisting, and you don't want to do that when you have fragile bones and fragile ribs for at least another 2 months. Anything unilateral that's going to put pressure on one side is going to feel really uncomfortable. You're going to avoid that like the plague. You will know when you go to the gym what your limits are. You'll still feel very tender, and you will feel like you could break a rib very easy. So you will know what movements you can't do. Things to avoid: anything with a trunk rotation. You've been in a corset for 3 months. The last thing you need to do is to go on a horizontal plane, but the twisting motion, you have to slowly come back over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Planks are really safe because they're a static exercise. You want to build up your core while maintaining a neutral spine, and that means in the gym we're not doing any oblique work, which I don't do personally anyway, because when I did, I got a wider waist by decreasing the muscle on the sides and just focusing on the front. Made my waist tighter, smaller. CrossFit girls have really strong obliques. They're beasts. They're amazing, but it's not my preference because I work in movies. There's a massive focus on how you look. For legs, you can start body weighted squat using the Smith because it stabilizes you even more, and it's easier to go into a vertical plane. Brace my core and start with a wide squat, progressively loading to a deeper range of motion, and then superset with a shoulder press, bringing the bar down into your delts, slightly leaning your head back. The bar just misses your nose. In fact, it's so close, I always have to turn my cap around. That's how close you want the bar to your nose. Hit the delt heads. Otherwise, if you're too far back, you're just hitting chest. And who wants a boxy chest, right, girls? I want it nice and soft. If you want a boxy chest, you do you. The good thing with delts is that you could practically do anything because it's an accessory exercise, not a compound. The one thing you're gonna love is that you're gonna have a tiny waist and popping delts. So smash those delts out. Presses, lateral raises, rears, go for it. As long as you stabilize your core and hold it in a static position, you'll be safe. Now, after 3 months of not training, my legs look like jello. I get severe cellulite straight away as soon as I don't lift heavy. So smashing the leg extension, bracing yourself was totally safe. And for the hamstrings, I preferred the seated hamstring curl. You can use the lying hamstring curl, but getting in the caterpillar position where your rib cage is on that apparatus is very scary. So just hit the seated hamstring curl machine and the seated leg extension. Sorry, ladies, but there's no hip thrusts for the first month. I avoided them because of the compression in the trunk. Felt like I was crunching my rib cage in and out. It just doesn't feel good. Give it another month. Even though you can go back to the gym, you got the all clear after 3 months, hip thrusts do not feel good. That booty is going to have to wait. If you want me to design a workout for the second month on how you can go back to being strong, where you can start to progressively load, bring in more compound movements and a slight rotation, let me know in the comments and I'll design and film that for you. And if you've made it this far, consider subscribing.